Hey guys, welcome to episode number 20 this week of Final Fantasy Tactics Ivalice Chronicles with your king guys and your luckiest man. Um, I know it's been another, you know, I know it's been like a hard roll. I know it's been like another week, but if it wasn't for me being so, lousy or tired as king, the luckiest man, nothing would really be, well, pretty much nothing else would be wine the reins, fellas. Um, but here we are, fellas. It's been another week again, so I think we're probably going to be stopping with that, and I still want to get back to the games. Now we actually want to, contribute, not to have anything else to deny on. And you talk about just wanting to pretty much, get something that's less, to wake up, or something that's more to fix. But other than that, guys, today's date, it is today, guys, is March 12th, 2026. Now, there has been some things that's been going on, with gaming, and I do want to get a passing going real quick. There we go. But yeah, I do want to get a passing going real quick, coming out of earlier this week. So actually, yeah, this past week, if I'm thinking about it. Now, but yeah, guys, as king and the luckiest man. So you guys have heard of not one, but exactly two cells. You talk about Watson Charles and Charles back when you
Understood.
guys were kids.
I was born for this. I'm ready.
Back when you guys
Thought you'd
were,
never ask.
at
If
work,
you say
or you
so.
talk about watching something that
To
is,
battle.
more vulnerable to wants, more funny to wants, loving, lovable to wants and hand. Well, to be open and honest, guys, a lot of you guys have seen not that one, but pretty much a bunch of other cells, and just to really contribute and see what those cells were about at this point in time. Um, guys, just to see what most of them were, or have in the space that we use. As King Guys and the Luckiest Man to really, watch, one of his favorite actors,
My turn.
TV shows, a lot of directing and writing. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I'm gonna quickly cut to the chase, guys. So you guys remember one actor that used to work with Scott Bio? Um, so apparently, guys, Jennifer Ryan passed away earlier this week at the age of 60. You guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. I would tell my true love and barrel in the back about it. He was actually like 66. He was old, and unfortunately, guys, a lot of us know, Silence and Silence has not been around for a long time. Scott Bio's still around. I believe he's like in the 60s as well, so far today, but I can't really tell you guys, you know, depending on the age difference. Depending on what exactly, if there's anything else that's more, accountable on it. Guys with the horns on it. So, a lot of you guys have seen shows like that, or pretty much watching Three's a Company. Or you
I shall
guys
give
remember
my ring.
talking about, watching your favorite show, watching your favorite movie. You know, everybody's got a favorite in mind. Watch something funny, watch something interesting. But yeah, guys, may Jennifer Ryan was like sick in her 60s. Due to the fact with cancer after cancer every time. But the only post that I've only seen, guys, was from Scott Bio this week. So I thought I would quickly throw that out there today, guys, as King and the luckiest man. Um, may God have mercy on his soul, fellas. So I haven't heard anything else this week. I mean, there has been a little more stuff
I will
that
hold
I
firm.
was, going through in-gaming news, this week. Not exactly losing any false hope or losing any other case around that. Well, guys, time mines get 67. So you guys can see we're taking on our first regular battle ever since we did something at the Castle of Zarland from last week, and
I must concentrate.
guys, remember what we did 2 weeks ago, where we actually took out the trash over Gafgarian. Well, that was exactly 2 weeks ago, at least for sure. But guys, Gafgarian wasn't as bad. All I know is he was being selfish. He was just being, doing what he actually did not want to do.
Where to?
Turn his back on our characters and, wanting to do something that's not a good thing to do. That's why we also helped out the leader, and, we also had Agrius and, you guys, Agrius, for example, and our beloved princess to protect. Good morning, Nanny Esper. Mega Love shout out. How are you today? Good morning. But yeah. Excuse me, guys. I also had a good night's sleep earlier today too. Every night, every morning. So it just takes the work out of you. It really does, and always should be. But I also did check out my new chief schedule this week. So I pretty much had a good meeting with, my guardian and two other guys, yesterday. And, actually not yesterday, this past Tuesday, as far as I know. So apparently the meeting was good, and, we got something out of the way. I also mentioned, before the end of the meeting that, you guys all aware out of my 4 priorities, with you guys in the chat, that, Love and I still want to get married since we've been together for 9 years. And I told one of them I'm nearly in a little bit of cold feet right now, so. But the most important thing you can have, guys, is somebody you love so much, trying to be a man, trying to be you really want to be with somebody for the rest of your life. And that's also not only what your family would want to see from you, but also your good friends, and also, wanting to see how many people really want to, always want to stick around with you, and, hang out with, talk with, and maybe somebody at work, and, yeah. Well, I know, guys, it's really that simple for us. It really is, and it should be. So I'm thinking, her and I still want to get married, so it's time to redeem it. It's time to not to have any false hopes on it. So yeah, a lot of us are not going to hate the stupid idea for that, so her and I still want to get married, and, Belle's looking to praise anything she wants.
I'll do what I can.
I love both of them equally. But before I go more further, guys, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning with our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, exciting, exceptional, thankful, loving, caring, supportive, grateful, awesome, strongest power of our community. Making sure we have our social media. Making sure everything else is good. Making sure everybody else is in hand. Making sure everybody else is, holding on. A lot of good things to really come every time. I understand, guys, we've only been live streaming once a week, but my ass has been tired all the time. That's all I've been telling. It's talking about telling it's all about telling a story or something. With anything, regardless. But no worries, fellas. Everybody's got something to really, relate to, or enable that, so. But yeah, I repeat, fellas, I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. of our biggest, strongest, phenomenal, and also, terrific, strongest power of our community. Do what we can for one another. Making sure we have our social media, our YouTube posts. Actually, no, guys, our social media, on YouTube posts, and also, guys, having our accounts on Facebook, Twitter X, and what do you call it, guys? YouTube accounts, Facebook accounts, and Twitter X accounts. That's what I was mentioning. And yes, guys, our podcast services all around the globe, which will pretty much always been the same, but much more accurate. Between our social media apps, guys, on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and our podcast services all around the globe, like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and so much more. I was with my true love and Beryl last night, so apparently she just needed to, she recently needed something with her blood sugars, and that's to really, Kim always prepared when she's always doing her blood sugars all the time, or waiting to see how she's doing with her stuff that she's getting. Get enough strips and whatnot. So I know much about that. As far as I'm aware of. Or talking about something that is interesting. One thing I also want to point out. I got one of your guys' comments earlier this week. And that was, one of them is appreciating, the stuff that we've been doing. The work that we've been doing. And I do want to thank you guys so much for that. I really do. Even though my stuff's been good, it doesn't change the fact that a lot of us people here today, or the way we do our caps, the way we do, anything else with our content, we want to do something that
I'm ready.
a lot of us want to, really do. People haven't seen before yet. That's all that matters. You want to do something with your channel. You want to do something that's more exciting, more happiness, more love, more socializing, more contacting, if you will. So that's something a lot of us can, have our mindset on. That's all that matters. All I know is, guys, if we look at something in the future, you never know what's going to happen. Thank you for hanging around while I'm in NES, bro. How you doing so far? That's all that matters, guys. It's not about what you do, or what you can do. You do it because you're driven. You want to know exactly what content people want to set out to do. But I do know, guys,
Come on.
I will be back with Nice People at Thief again today. So, yesterday, guys, was 2 to 7, so, Thief overall was good. I actually got tipped, I got tipped $1 yesterday, so, and then the temperature started to do well this week, and, apparently the high temperature went bye-bye after that. But we are going to get a little bit more, by next week, from what I've heard. So it's going to be all hands on deck, fellas. All hands on deck soon. So no worries. We want to have something to control. And keep everybody else good to go. And that's all there is to it. As far as anything else, nothing would really wind the reins as much. I've looked into a little bit of in-gaming news this week, but not as much. A little bit extra, but not too many to ask for. When we talk about having your mind having to be, be twisted or something.
Better than
or
ever.
whatever it is we can, guys who talk about, responsibly doing. Or whatever we, have some stocked up or have something to, have enough preparations on it. So, but I do know, guys, you guys remember what I mentioned about Scream 7? Scream 7 is not a good movie. It's never been as good. You guys remember me talking to you guys about that. It's not any good. The R Sandstone and want to make something for Scream 8, because we all know. A lot of us have already have an understatement right now, and that is doing some, with a location. And once again, guys, bringing Neve Campbell as Cindy Prescott back. So I believe that's the only thing I can, think of coming out of in gaming news. I mean, outside the box right now. But, it's like, we gotta know the location. We gotta know something that's more, noticing what's gonna be the plan between who's gonna be doing some with the producing, who's going to be doing some of the acting. As King Guys and the Luckiest Man, so. I mean, I'm not gonna really say who. I mean, as far as I know, Matthew Lillard wants to have a shot to come back ever since the first Scream movie. That actually came out, back at the late 1990s at the time, so that's pretty much been the plan for, for Matthew Lillard to come back. So he should be coming back, maybe in the 8th Scream by next year. I mean, that's just a guess. That's a guess, sir. But I don't wanna. I don't want to toot my own horn and say. If Courtney Cox comes back, all bets are off, fellas. All bets are off, without question. And you know what's funny, fellas? I haven't mentioned this to you guys either, but they're also doing some with Five Nights at Freddy's again. So what they're actually doing, they're pretty much going to be making a third Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And man, really, for a lot of people that used to play the games, my instant has never played a single one at all. And my question is, why do we need a third one? Why do we need a third Five Nights at Freddy's, even though the second one was a lack of less insanity? I mean, that's the only thing right there. I mean, that's a lack of confidence right there. Why do we need another Five Nights at Freddy's movie? I mean, it's not like it's really going to sell, less effort or anything, but I mean, you guys can understand that. When we've seen thousands and thousands of people playing the games, all I know is you've got a bunch of people. You've got something to think about if you're looking at, Freddy Fazbear, not the ones that were in all 3 Sonic movies, or anything. Earlier this week, guys, was Mario. So happy belated Mario Day, from Nintendo. But the fact is, I have no clue what's going to be the damn plan. As King Guys and the Luckiest Man for, for the most part, for Five Nights at Freddy's. Guys, if I was doing a review for number 2, I wouldn't watch that shit at all. I wouldn't watch that crap. I know Barrel would, but I wouldn't have any idea for that either. I for one would not. But if they're looking to have something set in stone for, guys, you talk about making another sequel. You look at Five Nights at Freddy's, you talk about anything that a lot of us can really watch, or, hold on a minute. Oh, guys, I'm taking out something. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Okay, never mind, guys. But really, if you're looking to do some with Five Nights at Freddy's 3, I would assume Todd Hutchinson is going to be returning as well. So we're going to see what's going on with that. And I accidentally killed Ramza.
Nice.
Sorry, guys. But really, if the plan is something going forward with Todd Hutchinson,
Right.
I know he's likely going to be involved. I know he's likely going to be. But all depends exactly how much of an effort he's going to be continuing to impact, though. All I know is, if we look at Ben Stiller, that used to play a night guard in all three Night at the Museum movies. You guys remember him playing his character as Larry Daly, the husband of the family. And you talk about the late Robin Williams, what's rest in peace, Robin Williams. Now, you guys remember he also recently played the part of Theodore Roosevelt at the time. So I know a bunch of us remember that.
I'm in your debt.
And it's like, I mean, all I know is, guys, he's pretty much different from that, and also Josh Hutcherson, by far. So, Ben Stiller, no, one quick, guys. No, the thing about Ben Stiller, he's gonna do something with Robert De Niro doing a reunion, and they're actually leaning towards doing, a different, unlimited language between, him, and with both of them, I feel like both of those actors, worked well. They pretty much worked well together. They pretty much partnered up together as actors, and meet the parents and meet the Fockers at this point. But
Come on.
I mean, Robert De Niro has also been in some movies as well, so this is pretty much easier said than done. Whatever it could be, doesn't have enough attention, make enough money, and also doing something.
Thanks.
Just to really invest it, and also having not just the Roadhouse to really, hold on or bring to the table on it.
My turn.
So, no, I'm not gonna really say how long Ben Stiller is gonna be having. I mean, he's got a lot of years to go. So my point being, he actually does. I mean, I know he's married. I know Robert De Niro's married, so that's all there is to it. Then the thing, now real quick, guys, before we get out of stuff for a minute. If they're willing to do something with Five Nights at Freddy's 3, I don't see that movie releasing till next year.
Excellent.
I don't see that. I repeat, fellas. If they're going to do something with Josh Hutcherson, I repeat, they probably won't release it till next year. That's what I'm thinking. All I know is, guys, the second movie of Five Nights at Freddy's wasn't good by far. It wasn't exactly, it was pretty much a drag out of a hat. And it was pretty much self-appointed, if you will. So we talked about controlling monstrosity for, one sequel after another. So it all depends. Good morning, World Tours. Make love shout out, my brother. How are you today? Thank you for joining us and bringing, the good stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's too hard to tell who else is who's also going to be joining. Josh Hutcherson. Give me Zoe Kravitz. Give me Zoe Kravitz, or give me somebody else. Josh Hutcherson cannot do it on his own. But what if they had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson come in? He's got enough movies he's doing right now. So yeah, Dwayne "One" Johnson, he's got enough movies right now. He recently did a movie involving MMA as a fighter. So, and that movie was here's the thing, guys. You had him and Emily Blunt, for example. Well, guys, I'm gonna do an additional Esper for Ramsey here. So, guys, I'm gonna do Carbuncle. So I'm gonna keep him active for that. Duad, I probably am gonna do something interesting for him. I'm gonna do Meteor. So the thing about Meteor, fellas, that is actually a good ability to use if you're a summoner. Or, not exactly a summoner to mix and match, but we're gonna do something that's more interesting.
Welcome, boy.
Having a big combination to get to.
Are you happening?
But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea. Who else would be involved? Oh, wait a minute. The other actor I can think of that I just mentioned earlier, that's Matthew Lillard. Him reprising as this one accountant or this one investment. You know, best known for playing as, I believe, Stu in the first Scream movie and the first two Five Nights at Freddy's movies for the time being. So, yeah. Um, so whatever you guys do, or ladies and gents, do not watch this. Do not watch number two. Number two is not exactly good. Um, people would
Understood.
end up being,
I was born for this.
you know, not
Excellent
exactly that
choice.
dumb,
Take the
or
fight to her.
you know, waiting to see
Lead the way.
if it's better than what it actually is
Forward.
since the first one. Let's be honest, it cannot be the same exception. It cannot be exactly what it is. So, we'll see. Alright guys, speaking of other stuff today, if you guys want to catch more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles. Here on Thursday mornings, guys, based on the schedule. If you guys want me to play new games on the schedule, like we're supposed to originally, you know, just to really not, you know, come across as mods, or, you know, we want to start digging deep or looking to have something we cannot avoid. Make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys can put them in the chat, and your king guys and your luckiest man can easily answer. Nothing's final, guys, and that's your final answer. As long as you don't have to point the finger at somebody else's face or anything. And say, and also guys, state the following. Are you sure? Is that your final answer? So, yeah, I don't see why not. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start using Carbuncle for a few of my characters today, so, see what we can do. But yeah, I do want to get back to Hogwarts Legacy on Sundays, but if it wasn't for my rats behind being so tired all the time, you know, from work or whatever, I would have done that. But it's only been like, I want to say, guys, almost 2 months I haven't done an episode at all. I mean, just to really, you know, gun right in and, you know, get everybody else's truth and perspective on it. So, it has been quite a while. I mean, a while, you know, if it's been a while, it's pretty much more than enough to really relate to. Now, check out the power, guys, of Carbuncle. It's pretty much unique. Or you talk about the Mask of Science. But yeah, I repeat, make sure you guys hit that like button for your king guys and your luckiest man. If you guys have any questions or concerns today, you guys can let me know in the chat, in the live chat, and, you know, we'll get something to handle. No worries. Also guys, the most important thing, and the most important accomplishment, it's pretty much new, is love, support, and respect is the key. See, awesome and creative, guys. Right now, our mods right now, we're still at 641 mods here today, which is pretty much interesting. It's pretty much good, it's vulnerable, it's comfortable as it is, and, yeah. You know, everything else has been good, but not exactly lousy or, you know, pathetic or anything. I mean, everything else has been good. Thief's been good. WoW's been good. That's the main thing. As long as it's not involving Lalip Sahi or, you know, Brother Village. You know, doesn't keep everything else alarming, but, you know, everybody's good. Everybody's in God's sense of humor, you know, as a Christian. That's all we can really, you know, have our heads pointed in. And it's just, you know, take enough time on our hands. That's all there is. But yeah, guys, we're still at 641 mods today in our followers. So that's something to think about. And also, guys, always is king and the luckiest man. Hey, son, stupid unicorn. Thank you so much. But nobody can be revolting on it, so I'm gonna use Pumble on this coward. And it gets 84. 84 is the minimum,
Right.
So. But yeah, guys, I repeat, we are at 641 mods today, which is good. It hasn't,
My turn.
I don't believe it'll be lowered down anytime soon. As long as we got enough plans to set in stone. Hold on, guys. 72. Hold on, guys. Let's see what we want to do. Actually, I could try to easily do some towards the goblin. And the goblin too, but the unicorn is already moving a bit. Good morning, Mr. Lee. Make a love shout out, sir. How you doing? Even though it's been another week, people cannot say no enough. And no's never been the answer, guys. It's not been the easiest establishment. Anyone have to be, or testing our guilt. Oh, nice cloak invasion. Do I guys know? Level 34. Level 34 is good, guys. Wow. I'll take that as a confession. And of course, guys, yes, guys, now it's his power. When we meet and greet, we want to have a lot of socialization. We want to see how everybody else is doing, how our channel's doing, how much benefiting we're doing. And that's all there is to it, you know. We want to see exactly what we want to do for our channel. Not just mess around. Not to have a lot of, you know, anything going our way. We talk about just wanting to, you know, when they say, guys, be yourself and, you know, be who you want to be. That's all that matters. You exactly want to, you know, have a lot of qualifications on it. Anything you guys want to do on the channel, or I still want a lot of things on the channel. I want my WAs to join back up in the ranks, and I want my numbers back up, so that should not be a problem. Which I don't atrocity. That's exactly what we want. You know, we want a lot of that to happen, which I'm hoping we do. Easier than later. I mean, sooner rather than later, hopefully. But we'll see. I mean, guys, we are at 641 mods here today, and you know, have enough to really revolt on and, you know, take our time with, you know, with current stuff. You know, not feeling bad about anything either, but doing something that we want to do. You know, based on channel, once guys, in a decent time, whatever there is. Well, guys, time is only takes 30. I mean, Duaz is a little more strong. Then I can have our mindset, and also don't have to sit from a computer here today either. But we're good. That's all we can really have our eyes, and also being able to hold on if we can. And yes, guys, now's his power. As I mentioned, guys, it's king and the luckiest man. Also, guys, anytime we manage to find people and socialize with people, all we need to do, guys, is follow Sarah on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and not any elsewhere. You guys remember how long I've been on YouTube? Later on this year, I'll be reaching 10 years. It's pretty much the first ever, you know, it'll be my first ever, you know, stuff in the clear. You know, having another exciting, wonderful achievement pretty much later on this year, and also getting prepared here today. So, well, that's pretty much going to be excellent. You know, taking matters to our own hands, and also having something to, you know, not to have a twisted mind, or having anything else that would transition. Well, guys, ooh, 229 on this coward. Wow. That's much saucy damage. That's monster damage right there, guys. Wow. My monk can do any damage that he wants between these monsters. He can do as much as he wants. He's a powerful mistake, guys. He really is. But yeah, we are yeah, I have been on YouTube for 9 years. Been on Twitter, X, and Facebook, guys, for 7. Also, guys, my true love and I, guys. She's beautiful on the inside, and she's hot on the outside for our future. Her and I have done our future for the last 9 years. We've been together that long. And I've already sent stone for next year's night to sign already. And most likely, we might be hitting our 10th anniversary by then. So, I've also known my true love and Barrel for the last 17 years, which is, you know, everybody's got a favorite, you know, priorities and whatnot, and, you know, everybody's not being let down all the time.
Here I
or,
go.
breaking down boxes or anything. But, everybody deserves to be important. Everybody wants to see what you actually mean to them. What, how to sort some stuff out, get some things going together, and, put ourselves together on it. That's all that matters. You want
Let's
to
get
put
this
yourself
over
first,
with.
guys. You don't want to point everybody else in your own shoes.
Right then.
You just want to be yourself and do what you got to do. Put your shoes
Right.
on, put your boots on, have a cowboy hat on, and see what you actually mean to them.
Come
That's
on.
all that matters. And I did lose my 211 barrel before.
I'm ready.
Lost them both once, guys. I'm not losing the last twice for the last 17 years. That's not going to be thrown in the trash at all. But everybody's got something to really
Leave it to
supply
me.
to, and just to really, you know, draw something important. That's why I prefer those two out of our three families here today, guys. Out of four. Out of my four priorities. Along with you guys in the
I
chat.
cannot fall.
And, WoW and Steve. RPGs and baseball. We're going to talk about Steam in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, 10 minutes already. And doing something that's a little bit more, considering. Or not exactly mind-blowing a whole lot. Whatever it is, guys. We always want to try something. We're
Your
always
time to
willing to try
shine.
anything. That's all I can tell you right now. You know, we want to we want to keep everything in open arms. And do something that we want to do. It's not that hard to really explain this much. Or be able to start, from beginning to end. Everybody's got their own thing. Everybody's got their arsenal. Alright, guys. It's King Guys and the Luckiest Man. That's going to be the end of social media for today. I do want to not exactly feel, have something without any contemplating. I'm hoping, just maybe, if I can try to go back to doing, Hogwarts Legacy on Sunday mornings.
Was there something?
I do want to have something, to get to, and, well, guys, it's already cut off anything. I'm going to equip, Fairy for Ramza. So here's the thing about Fairy. It does state the following. It summons Fairy to invoke Fade Light. Was bathes? Hold on, guys, let me get the right wording. Was actually bathes the battlefield in warming rays, restoring a moderate amount of hit points to distant allies. So this aspect, guys, is also good with healing, if you're a summoner or not. So, yeah. So as far as anything else, nothing would really be less astounding. I have less concentration. As far as killing floor 3 goes, as a matter of fact, I really want to do something with that. Not as much, but I'm hoping to do. Get something with realization on Saturdays for that game. I don't believe it's going to be, out of the question. I feel like a little bit of part of me wants to do something for that game too. But it all depends.
Take the fight to him.
Depends on how and when we can really maybe we can try to see how much we can start shooting up for it, And as you guys can see, we got the same enemies, we got the same character that's having its own having its own story, but not much of a path to really see. But no worries, fellas. I mean, that's what we're thinking right now. Coming out of the box, coming out of the chat. So, Hogwarts Legacy on Sundays for sure. Since I haven't done a damn episode for the last several weeks, since I've been tired. Haven't done anything. Just been tired and relaxing all the time, so. I'm just hoping I'm not going to be that tired again. For the weekends, no. I doubt it. I'm not done with Hogwarts. You guys understand I'm not. I do want to get back to that game as soon as possible. But yeah, guys, we're going to jump into Steam in the next 6 to 5 minutes when we get enough to establish. But yeah, as far as anything else, I mean, I haven't heard anything extra. Not to have everybody go intense or steamy. Uh, I mean, we all know, earlier this week was Mario Day. And, you guys play your favorite Mario game. You guys were growing up. You guys remember your what's your favorite TV show. And let's not forget, guys, there's also Super Mario Brothers movie, guys. That's officially free on Fandango right now. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, you guys have not missed out a lot. Or even if you guys haven't played the games at all. Mario has been favorable. Mario's been exactly
I
popular.
shall give my all.
Those games are. Talk about playing any Mario game. You guys remember when you were a kid.
Ruler of Earth.
Those Mario games are fun. They really are. Now, there's one thing that really sticks out for me. This is just my opinion. Not to have any assumption or anything. We do know that, I mean, this is pretty much a bit of a surprise. Not exactly feeling, you know, whose character, who's who, and who's going to be, having its own, ending credits sequence. The one thing that could be added is, Star Fox, because, you guys remember that fox that usually
Here it ends.
has something much more to handle, not compared to somebody from Looney Tunes or any Warner Brothers TV show in the past or present. Well, here's the thing, guys. I mean, if we're having, if we don't have less affordable towards it, I do know, Star Fox is actually having a cameo, some sort of a cameo, despite the fact there's something that lies ahead for that one, for Super Mario Galaxy, which we all know, guys, Super Mario Galaxy is going to be releasing in theaters very, very shortly, and that's going to be on April 1st in a couple weeks. So I believe that's the only cameo that I'm thinking of. That's the only cameo I believe that's out there right now. So we're gonna see how that's going to wind up, and see if everything else is set in stone. So I'm not saying if Star Fox is going to be having its own movie. I mean, he might, but I don't believe anybody has answered any of that yet. I mean, we might be just guessing right now. I mean, if that's the case, hear me out, guys. If that's the case, I mean, who's gonna be doing Star Fox?
Leave this to me.
All I know is, guys, it's not gonna be Solid Snake. It's not gonna be him. If it's gonna be somebody, give me, I'm not going to really say for sure, guys, of who's going to be doing Star Fox. If they're actually going to be plotting with that. So that's the only thing. Another thing to look out for, guys, is I've heard it's supposed to get its first ever trailer. For actually I did hear that Spider-Man Brand New Day with Tom Holland is supposed to get its first trailer this week.
I must go strong.
You know, with Tom Holland, Zendaya Coleman. Actually, no, guys, Zendaya. But we all know both of them got recently married, as far as I know. So you got him. You got a bunch of you got a backlog of tricks between villains that Spider-Man has to fight and also tackle. So that's not going to be that hard. It's not going to be that easy to battle. Depending if you're calling upon Doctor Strange to help you out. So that's another thing too. So, well, guys, I'm going to get out of this battle. But really, I believe the trailer was supposed to be releasing, I believe, yesterday, but I'm not 100% sure. I have no clue. But the fact is, I mean, if we know exactly when the trailer is going to be, it would be easily on YouTube. It would just be on YouTube for sure. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm not going to really toot my own horn and say, how that sailor's going to be, reacting. They spend like, here's the thing, guys, they only spend like a month, or talking about a year to really complete
Right.
something,
You
with
can
a movie
trust me.
trailer,
Excellent choice. At
movie
your
to a TV
command.
show and
Lead the way.
whatnot. So,
At the ready.
we'll see what happens, guys. I'm not going to really say for sure, but I do see, I do see Super, I do see Spider-Man, not exactly Superman, but you guys remember, Bandit Tomorrow will be releasing in theaters with the unlikely alliance with Superman and Lex Luthor by next year, when they prepare to battle the dangerous Brainiac soon. So that's something to think about right there. So we'll wait and see what happens. But the thing about Spider-Man, I do see Brand New Day doing well. But the fact is, how much is it going to be making? I doubt it's going to be worse than Scream 7 by far. Not something I don't see happening. I do see, I do see Brand New Day doing well, and that would be coming out of Spider-Man. So, I don't see why not. Or pretty much it's or buts
I
about
will
it.
not
So,
lose.
but no worries. That's enough to really include on it. It really is. Alright, guys. Speaking of everything else, with one game releasing on Steam tomorrow, and guys mentioned it, what's going to be set in stone, towards the end of this month of March to look out for, or to really reach in and dig out, to get something to, look at. Well, let's get right to it, guys. So, as King Guys and the Luckiest Man, and also as a two-time first-place winner at bowling, head over to the Steam store. Head over to the Steam store, guys. Pre-order, process, make a name on your account, and buy something. I repeat, fellas. Head over to Steam store. Head over to Steam store.
I will hold firm.
Name, guys. Pre-order and process, and buy something. If you guys are buying an old game, buying a special game. If you guys are checking out the few new stuff coming out of Steam for Fortnite or Rocket League, you guys can play those two free games if you want. But head over to the Steam store, guys, and buy something. If you guys are looking to see what's on sale, if you're looking to buy something that's easier said than done, that people haven't started yet, or haven't played yet, or even if you guys want to have your mind, not exactly have your mind twisted all the time. It doesn't hurt that much, guys, to really get the sales as much. Depends whatever games you like to play. Depends what games are on your favorites. It's always more important to really stick around. That's all there is. Guys, I'm gonna use sell on my timeouts for a second. You guys can play either Fortnite or Rocket League. You guys can play both of them for free. And take your time on them with no extra cost. Maybe you guys are getting to the sale for Steam today. You guys can get something out of the Steam store. What Steam is going to be having until March 16th, guys, of next week, they're actually having a Tower Defense Fest. So you guys have till now to March 16th here today. So you guys can get into discounts, demos, and so much more. So if you guys want to seek and check out what stuff you actually want to, look at on Steam, what you're looking to buy on Steam on it, whatever there is between whatever games that are suitable to the status, what games that haven't been brought to everybody else's attention so far today, or looking to have, not to have any, hesitation or anything. Even if you actually want to see what those games are. Guys, there's a buttload of games that are right there. There's a lack of confidence right there. Not to have the lack of qualification. As long as nobody is, not being loose or anything, or looking to seek multiple answers. People can answer anything. But if you jump in, here's the thing, guys. If you're looking to jump in for the Tower Defense, here's the thing, guys. The Tower Defense sale. It's only for games locked. Balloons TD6. You guys can get that one. And a bunch of other games. So I'm not interested. So, but you guys have till the 16th if you guys want to see what games that are at stake by then. I'm not gonna really trigger for getting those two games. That's more equal. I'm not going to really have something to get a power cell from Zach and Daxter for it. But all I know is, guys, I'm not interested in those games. Let's be open and honest with you. It's just that it's not exactly my cup of tea. It really is not. But if there's some exciting games I want to jump into, like you guys in the chat at 4 priorities, that's something we can really, locate. But we'll see. If you're looking to buy discounts on games today, guys, if you're not interested in the Tower Defense Fest, you guys can get sale games like Wild Woods for $4.94, which that really saves you. It saves you 67% off for one. You guys can get into the pubs of sale, because they have something till March 19th here today. You guys could get into and try to jump into the Spike Sunsoft. I don't know exactly what that is, but
Got me to contend with.
I'm not going to be mind-blown to check that out either. So probably not much to use. Not much to really display on, or just to see what games that are on that pubs of sale. So I won't jump into that one. You guys can get Relic Guardian for 25% off today. And this is pretty much new to us too, but no surprise all of a sudden. You guys can get the One Piece Bandai Namco franchise sale. So you guys can get some of that and see what you guys think in our own way, and yes, guys, in our own perspective. And there are some good things that are on sale here today, coming out of Steam. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just a bit of taste of water today, but the fact is about Steam. If you actually want to, sorry guys, if you want to do something that's more casual, and there's games you haven't really bought yet, you guys cannot deny anything with pre-orders or to have any stunning remarks on them. So as far as anything else goes, if you're looking to pre-order any games, or if you guys want to have somebody else voice their own perspectives, well, I don't believe there's been much, as far as I know. As far as I do know, we all know Lego Batman is still going to be, set in stone to see how the reviews are going to be. But I do know Resident Evil Requiem will be at the end of this year's Game Awards for Game of the Year. But I still think GTA 6 is still going to have a strong, when we talk about a perfect mindset to win this year. And I repeat, fellas, I've mentioned this earlier, and I've said it earlier, I'll say it again. GTA 6 is still going to win Game of the Year. That son of a gun, guys, is still going to win. Which is why GTA 6, that game, guys, still got it this year. That's all I can tell you. I haven't heard much on Greedfall 2, but I do know. Everybody would have an element of surprise for. Guys, let's just see what if there's any other hopes and dreams, maybe like any protection detail for it, or pretty much this or that. But I haven't heard anything else that's more to unleash.
I must concentrate.
Or looking to really not determine or challenge it. And hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this message here. I'm trying to see what size. Oh, guys, I'm trying to see what I can do here. I'm trying to see what size I want want to put on so I can see everything. There we go, guys. But yeah, I mean, now as far as anything else goes for the PS6, well, you guys know the answer to some of this question. Well, just to summarize it up a bit, I'm still getting the PS6 in a couple years, and that's pretty much that'll still be in a high note. The plan is, I mean, I can give you an answer. The answer is still yes. I still want the PS6, in a couple years from now. So that's gonna be easier said than done, in a matter of time. So we'll see when everything else revolves its planets, its worlds, and pretty much our personification. So
Let's get this over with.
So we'll have enough to really provide. But yeah. But speaking of other stuff, if you guys want to know my name on Steam, guys, is Zach Dawson 93, your king and your luckiest man.
Come on.
If you guys have nothing, you entirely have nothing to lose. I think I've been on Steam for 5 years now. I think I have. Actually, guys, it has been 5 years now that I've been on Steam. So you guys can check that out. And that's also been a good achievement for everybody else. You get to something you really want to buy. You want to catch pre-orders. You want to check some sales. You want to make a name account on Steam. That's always worthwhile. It really is. As long as you know hard enough. As long as you think enough. That's all that matters. Okay, guys, I've been on Steam for 5 years now. I can finally say that for sure. In a good amount of time. And yes, guys, reliability. But guys, speaking of other stuff, if you guys are into RPGs, like Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed, God of War, Elden Ring, I haven't heard news on God of War, but if you're looking to play the sons, and if you're looking to play the son and the father for, God of War, guys, you guys will not best set of luck. You guys are not losing a lot of confidence, though. God of War Egypt, I haven't heard much about that either. I doubt Elden Ring is doing something else with another DLC for the game itself. I mean, there's only been like 2 DLCs, as far as I can tell you. So, it's King Guys and Luckiest Man, but the fact is, if everything else is well and determined between, start leaning towards, have enough sides towards, with Elden Ring, I don't believe there's any other, I don't think there's another DLC that they can actually put in right now. Especially if they wanna, do an element of surprise between, the company and also, the game itself for it. So, I have no clue. Don't have enough to send stone, don't have the rights, don't have enough to really, send everything in position, so. I don't believe Elden Ring, here's the thing guys, Elden Ring, I don't believe they have something in stone right now. Towards the fall, or this coming summer. Besides, spring is going to be around the corner very soon. So that's something to look into. So, I mean, if anything, it just depends what the plan is for, Greedfall 2. So, now I know a lot of us want to jump into, guys, for, Greedfall 2.
Right.
And if you guys remember how much numbers that, what do you call it, guys, that, Resident Evil Requiem has. To be open and honest, guys, as King Guys and the Luckiest Man, Resident Evil Requiem's been on a House of Fire. Not Balls of Fury, but that game's been on a House of Fire right now.
Understood. I was born for this. I'm ready.
The only way Resident Evil Requiem is going to possibly win over GTA 6,
It's time.
Rockstar ain't lining up. GTA 6 has been waiting a long time. It's been waiting for the last we talked about 2 or 3 years now, just to really get something intense. We're waiting to get a release date, get enough gameplay to jump into. You guys understand it's pretty much the true idea, and pretty much the true statement to look into. Okay, so I don't believe there's a slight chance that Lego Batman wins something that's more to, really chew on a toy or anything. I mean, if they do something with that, I mean, those games are going to have a strong pulse. Those games will have pulse with as far as I know, with no problem. I mean, I do see Lego Batman doing well. I really, really do. But it just depends how many games are going to be striving for that. So, I mean, there's enough to really, have something to really state if you're writing a pencil or a pen for it. But it all depends. What a lot of us really, really want to, excite ourselves. And, people can ask anything on it. What the plan is for both of those games, both of those biggest names for this year. So there's an element of surprise, whatever we start leaning towards. And, we want to take our time for those games, make room for them.
Onwards and
but
upwards.
I don't believe I'm getting GTA 6 by far. I don't believe I'm getting them. I still want to get there's one other game, guys. Oh yeah, I still want to have something carefully with Dragon Quest 7, but I still want to get back to buying games this year. That's all I can say. But speaking of RPGs, fellas, if you guys are in sports games like baseball, racing, tennis, golf, football, basketball, you guys can play any sports games you want with the horns on it. If you're looking to buy any games on sale for Steam, for sports games or any RPGs, you guys can jump into, jump right in the middle, maybe get something with, maybe get something fun, get a lot of control on a team if you're a coach. If you're looking to do something for a player or something, you guys can play any sports games at any time. You guys can buy any sports games anytime you want. As long as you guys know the cost, the sale price and whatnot. As long as people don't have to look for rations. If you're looking to play Metal Gear Solid, so which we all know we have something for another Metal Gear Solid volume that's going to be releasing sometime this year. So that's something to look ahead to.
I'll take care of that.
But you guys can buy any sports games with no extra cost. If you guys haven't checked out my brother Beatles, you guys can head over to youtube.com/Beatles Eternally. He calls me Brother Jack. I call him Brother Beatles. He's a good friend of mine. He's a belated brother of mine, so saying, I know you love, I know you care, so you guys can check out my brother Beatles. He's a nice guy, good friend of mine. I mostly try to jump into his channel when I get the time, when I get an opportunity to, not to open and swallow stuff, but the fact that if you're looking to jump into anything, you guys can check out my brother Beatles. He's a nice guy, good friend of mine. Now if you want to check out his stuff, you guys can check out what my brother Beatles can do. Now, if you guys look at his channel, he enjoys playing Apple Baseball, Out of the Park Baseball, Diamond Mine Baseball. He's doing some with anything with Action PC Baseball. That's to name a few. So you guys can check out my brother Beatles and, have fun with them. If you guys want to chit chat with them, that's a good thing. Let him know you're here. Let him know you're not heading. But he's a nice dude. He's a nice dude. He's good. If you want to call him playing yourself up on the stage to talk about baseball or something.
So here it ends.
My brother Beatles Eternally, guys. He can talk to you. Don't be afraid to check him out. He's a really nice guy. But speaking of stuff that I've been doing on baseball, I'm actually doing something with,
Where to?
by retiring my my 1923 um plus my 1906 Red season, and flush that down the toilet. So sadly, because I'm not going to continue to lose and lose all the time. But you know what they say, guys? There's a term. There's a saying. Um, win or lose, it doesn't matter. So I decided, instead of taking on the powerful Cubs
Come
in the
on.
early 1900s, not interested. So I just decided to, you know, go 17 years ahead of
You're right,
time and
you kind.
do something with a good, not exactly an average, but try to do a good win-loss record between a baseball team in the 1920s. So why not do the Pirates in my 1923 Pirate season under me and my brother Beatles to, really capsule on it. So, uh, so why not? But you guys remember what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's Friday. You guys know what's going to be arriving on Steam, and I'm hoping this request can happen for me. So, after what I speculated at the meeting earlier this week, I'm hoping I can get something to secure. Have something perfect between, hopefully get something out of it. So, for example, guys, tomorrow, Out of the Puck Baseball 27 is going to be releasing. So that's something to really, reads out. I might get that game so easily. And what I'm planning to do is, I don't want to invoke that much on it, but I'm thinking about doing some good things on Out of the Park Baseball 27 for sure. So if I'm looking to occupy something with that, well, that game won't easily be part of the collection.
Swine.
That's always been an absolute favorite. That's why baseball is, I love baseball compared to RPGs. Everybody's got a metaphor. People got their favorites. People got their bonding. People talk about baseball whenever we get the time. So, baseball is fun. It really is.
Ready
So,
and waiting.
my eyes are going to be glued to baseball. But don't forget, guys, Out of the Park Baseball 27 will be hidden. It's up on Steam. It's only on Steam by tomorrow, so I might easily get that game soon. So, very shortly by tomorrow. If everything else is successful, there's no doubt in my mind, I'm getting that game with no problem.
I
But
must
as far
concentrate.
as now, Payoff Pits should be releasing very soon. I've heard probably. As far as I know, guys, and yes, guys, I won't end on this. It's King Guys and the Luckiest Man. We
How
all
are
know,
you
guys,
fellas?
Payoff Pits is going to be releasing also. Just to really, play your own game, play your own dice, play your own style. I haven't played Payoff Pits as a board game at this point in time. I never have, but I've been looking at my brother Beatles. He was recently testing out a beta. I also look at what's his face? Baseball Moth's been playing the game. Our good friend Dave Gardner's been
Thanks.
playing the game earlier this week, and he actually likes the beta, so that's something to look into. And of course, guys, that's something to think about. If we're looking to get something to, have a test drive, or looking to, you know, play any game between any season replay, or, manage a team to win. If we're looking to
Has
get
this
your
been?
team to the World Series, that's, guys, that's no bueno whatsoever. So Payoff Pits is pretty much in the air.
Come on.
I could try to get Payoff Pits, but it all depends on the pricing. So, as long as there's not much to really inhale or, outspend or drag anything. So, I'm not going to really say the price right now. I mean, Steam hasn't
I'll
announced
do
the
what I
price
can.
for it yet. I mean, I would assume it
I'm
won't
in your
cost that
debt.
much for payoff pets, but some of us, will, I mean, most of us in the city or state would be a little more intrigued of how much payoff pets is going to
I'm
be.
sorry.
I mean, I can see baseball doing well for that. I really do. There's no doubt in my mind. I can see it doing, easily well to really contribute. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, that's good with the end scene for today. Don't forget, guys, to check out my brother Beatles. Check him out. Go to youtube.com. So that's Beatles Eternally. If you're looking to play any baseball games, if you're looking to jump into
It's not your
stuff you
time
want to
yet.
get hooked on,
Never felt better.
have some fun, love it, check him out. He's a really nice dude. Good friend of mine. Also, guys, my name on Steam is DackDawson93.
I
You
ain't
guys can
leaving
play
you
any
here.
pre-orders or in-store purchases. Also, guys, the most important thing,
I must
and the
concentrate.
most important thing you can have, or the most important thing, and the most important rule, is love, support, and respect is the key. It's the awesome and creative.
Stay
And yes,
strong.
guys, knowledge is power. So, you guys can check out anything, and absolutely anything. As long as we know exactly what we're,
So here
taking
it
our time
ends.
with, not to reverse any time capsules from time to time,
I'm in a
or
bad
wishing
way.
upon a star for, once upon a time. So, it just depends exactly what we really want to set out to do. Actually, I'm not going to do Doomfest. I'm going to go and get him out. Oh, look at this, guys. 126 on him. So that's much more to,
Where
stand and
to?
deliver. Actually, I'm gonna heal
Hold still.
my good friend of mine. But yeah. So it all depends. We're gonna keep everything else exceptional.
No mercy.
And, yeah. Yeah, guys,
Don't
out
you
of the
dare
Punk
give up.
Baseball 27. I'm only looking at a 75% chance of buying the game.
My
But
turn.
it just depends what season replay I want to do. I mean, if I'm looking to really be curious and to be open and honest with
I'm
you guys,
alright.
as King Guys and the Luckiest Man, too hard to tell. But I feel like I want to do something with the 2000s. I mean, if I had to guess, maybe in the 2000s, and do something that we can really care for. You know, rewrite history, replay history, and do something with our own stats. So, I mean, that's a possibility. But alright, guys.
You've still got work to do.
We are 641 mods and our followers here today, so we can say we're, getting our energy back in the system and, take our time. But yeah, if you guys want to help out the channel, that'd be great. Even though I've only been live streaming for 1 week time, I feel like I'm going to stop by cutting strings, or looking to get back to stuff I want to do on the channel. Like I repeated earlier today, guys, I want to get
Come on.
back to Hogwarts Legacy again. So I don't
I
believe
have
there's
you
no
now.
problem with that. To still do some on that for Sundays, and maybe, just maybe, guys, do some with Killing Floor 3 on Saturdays. But I want to have a little bit of stuff to attach with that game too. So we'll see what we can wind up
Right.
doing. Hold on, how many tugboats we got? Jeez. Is there a way to get these tugboats out of here? I'm not sure if there's anything. I mean, here's the thing, guys. How are we supposed to get
Looking
our
for what
characters
catch your eye.
to add something much more important once we get them? That's the only
Are
thing.
you happening?
But yeah,
By all means.
I mean,
Would
we'll
that
see
be
where
what
everything
catch your
else
eye?
goes. Oh, I forgot, guys. We're running out of Phoenix Downs. I'm gonna
Are
go
you
ahead and just
thank
do. I'm gonna
May I
do
help with all? Who needs
guys,
anything?
and possibly just get 15. 15 on top of the one that I have. But if you guys can lock it, so
Will
comment
that
and
be good?
follow, that'd be awesome. I want you guys to keep on touting and touting, lock and set the stream on in the chat as much as you can. Lalops Renzi knows exactly what I want. You know, I love that girl as one of my 641 mods, you know, deeply. So you guys can check her out. So, but alright, guys. As far as anything else, I believe that's enough we can mention for now. But hey, guys, if you're looking to help out by W8s, I can easily get the help that I need, and I can help you guys much more to control, and also have a lot of happiness and enough to really not exactly interfere, and yes, guys, don't interrupt them. You know, with a good amount of time or something. That's why we want to take our time, not fuss or get rushed into it. You know, that's all there is. But alright, guys. But that's all we can do. But the best way we can get our channels skyrocketing and do what we do, you know, in a lifetime, or even if we're looking to something that we haven't, you know, thought about doing, we can always add some stuff up, you know, between our W8s,
Of
or
course.
thumbs up,
I was
views,
born
and,
for this.
you know,
It's
fun
time.
stuff to,
At your
you know,
command.
Lead the
not get
way.
ourselves, you know, testing our
To
guilt or
battle.
anything. But if we get our numbers up, guys, I repeat, the best way to do it is we watch our videos in full. Well, I consider the stream, guys. You can see we have our social media, our YouTube accounts, Facebook, and Twitter accounts, and our podcast
Ready and
services
waiting.
all around the globe. On Twitter, guys, Facebook, and YouTube, and so much more. Now, speaking of other stuff, guys, you're king, guys, and you're luckiest man. We're gonna see what kind of in-gaming news we got here today. Oh yeah, if you guys haven't, if you guys, if sorry, let me find the wording. If you guys haven't checked out the game review for WWE 2K26, you guys can check that out. I'm not gonna be in the mood to, you know, jump into wrestling or buy wrestling so easily. You know, guys, wrestling is not my hot chocolate. You know, it's not my cup of tea. All I know is, guys, RPGs and baseball are.
Right.
They really have and always will be. Not to really be, you know, as long as we don't have to burn a lot of energy for, or have energy sources for it. But that's pretty much more than enough towards what we can really establish. So, now speaking of other stuff, guys, let's see what we got. So everybody's got their own thing. Everybody's got their own, you know, everybody's got their own thing. Alright, guys, as King Guys and the Luckiest Man, we're gonna begin with in-gaming news today with,
No mercy.
something that we haven't allowed that much. Or we talk about not being loose and see what we're looking at today. So, we're coming down with, you know, good stuff today. That's what we do.
My thanks.
So guys, we're gonna begin with in-gaming news today with a pinball machine. So, Australia's National Film and Sound Archive acquires the world's, here's the thing, guys, the world's first licensed Star Wars pinball machine.
I must
Now, if
concentrate.
you want to talk about the license cost, one personal machine for George Lucas. Now, I haven't played pinball. Here's the thing, guys. I haven't played pinball machines in a long time. I mean, those things are fun. Now, if you want to talk about having fun with them, nobody can tell you differently. If you want to play something with wings on them, or having to tell Chris O'Donnell's Robin to fly again, that's another thing too. But if you want to talk about pinball machines cost a lot of money, my friend. They cost a lot of money, but a lot of you guys cannot imagine. So if you want to talk about pinball machines, apparently, it's coming out of NFSA, guys. National Film Sound Archive. So, come to think of it,
Thanks.
if I were to play a pinball machine, if I want to get the top score in the future, that'll be hard to get to. that'd be hard to get my head around it. So, let me give you guys a little something interesting. So the thing about this pinball machine involving Star Wars, you guys look at it. It was actually inspired by distinctly Australian topics. Coming out of F. Zade Jordan, cricketing icon Dennis Lilly or Dennis Lee.
I cannot fall.
So apparently, guys, the concept of making a pinball machine, you guys remember that's always been a lot of work. So, so when they recently did some with Star Wars, they were actually doing something with that in hand,
I'll do
and
what I
thought,
can.
buttload of ideas for it. Like say they're actually doing some with Episode 5 of Star Wars, and that is Empire Strikes Back. So apparently, guys, A. Hunkin and company manager David Hunkin did actually state the following: the concept of making a pinball machine like Episode 5 was not common at that stage. But apparently, guys, the company did also approach George Lucas if he was interested. And guess what? Hunkin did act. Guess how Hunkin answered. He actually did say yes. So why not, guys? I mean, to think about if you want to make Star Wars out of Lucasfilm, the goodest answer
Just
a
getting
lot of
started.
us can give you is yes. People don't have to say no by doing some for Lucasfilm, doing some with Indiana
What's
Jones
next?
or any other TV show, just to really, have your mindset, have something to attach. So, if I were to get my hands on a pinball machine again, that'd be something to, have my hand around a bit.
Come on.
Even though my hands would be very, very tired, but as long as I'm not Anakin Skywalker calling for, Qui-Gon Jinn saying my hands are tired, I mean, that's why I'll have my family and with the love and barrel to look ahead on it. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that's something to think about if you're looking at a pinball machine. You want to beat the top score at the top prize. So, I'm not interested in Pokemon. Alright, guys, let's get to this next in gaming news, guys. Alright, guys. Former Overwatch boss reveals new game, and finally, why he actually left Blizzard in the first place. I'm not sure what's going on with this new game, but apparently, guys, it felt surreal to be in that condition. So apparently, guys, we're looking at a former Overwatch boss that he had some sort of you know, heartbreaking. No, I'm sorry. Don't hold on, guys. Don't worry about the stupid anthem, please. But yeah, I repeat. Now, if you want to talk about making a game or have some sort of a exit, so the one that was the boss of Overwatch, his name is Zev Kaplan. So he was actually a former boss and left nearly 20 years with the company, based on Blizzard. So when he recently announced he decided to quit Blizzard ever since August 2021, which has been like over 4 years now, and actually has. I mean, if you look at a half of a decade, guys, it's like, what's 10 minus 5? It's pretty much 5 instantly. So apparently, guys, so apparently, guys, both Kaplan and the members of Titan, they were actually thinking of doing something like making a new game as a public eye. So, so a gentleman by the name of Lex Friedman that actually stated the following, and he wrote something under, I want to say, guys, maybe like a post or something. So apparently, Lex Friedman did write the following. I believe this is from Twitter. Here's my conversation with Zev Kaplan. a legendary Blizzard game, designer of
It'll take
World of
more than
Warcraft
that.
and Yes Guys Overwatch, which are two of the biggest, most influential games ever made. Zev is one of the most genuine and awesome human beings I've ever met. He's kind, he's thoughtful, and hilarious. So I'm not sure what that game's going to be, but I don't want to have any assumption of what that game is going to be brought in from Blizzard. But it's also according to complaints, so I don't see them doing something by, not to have any remorse and having some sort of a huge moment to, waltz their way to. But the fact is, it's King Eyes and the Luckiest
You
Man.
alright?
When we actually checked that the former boss that was in that used to work at Blizzard, he was only famous for good amount of games. You talk about other PFOs, World of Warcraft and Overwatch. Overwatch, the first two Overwatch games have been good. By far they've been consistently good as far as I know. But if you want to talk about making a new game that the former owner is not, with, or
I must
maybe,
concentrate.
working something out with them, I'm not 100% sure. If I had to guess what game they've got up their sleeves, I'm not going to really say what it is. But at this point, people can pour out all the stops as much. But I'm not going to really say what that game is something that they're looking to make out of it. So, a lot of people can answer, people can question it. But I'm not going to really say, not to have any other departure on it or something related to it. But at least the former boss that recently used to work at Blizzard had a good 20-year experience. And yes, guys, a 20-year run is good. It really, really is good. I'm telling you. So I don't see why not. Alright, guys, it's King and the Luckiest Man. We're gonna get into the top stories really fast. So, guys,
Still on my feet.
also, guys, as a two-time first place winner, in top stories today, Microsoft reveals Project Helix features. At the next gen Xbox CDC talk, we talked about the alpha versions to be sent to devs by next year. We actually did not touch base on that, but I do know about Jim Spencer. He knows how to make some stuff happen. He knows how to work some good stuff out. If he's actually at Xbox, so Xbox does equal, guys, Microsoft. So only him himself as a retirement, as a retiree can gonna make some good decisions happen. So if they're doing something with devs, it's really based on what's gonna be the next thing that Xbox actually does. So it really, as a matter of fact, whatever they decide to do, it's based on whatever they wanna put in. So that's if you guys think Microsoft wasn't enough. Microsoft also shows a sneak peek of the Xbox hardware following next-gen Project Helix console confirmation. So for what a lot of us can understand, and a lot of us can predict, I would assume we are getting
My turn.
a new Xbox console called Xbox Helix, I would assume. If that's going to be the only console that may or may not be releasing by next year, I don't think it's going to, do anything terrible within the next 2 years until the PS6 starts releasing. So I don't see that being a worst idea, or being some sort of, blowout. Having something to the punch, or looking to have something be less crystal clear on it. So I feel like the name for Xbox, calling it Helix, it's not bad of a name. It's not bad of a console name for Xbox, at least by far to sell it. But we'll see how everything else goes. I'm not saying if it'll be a bad idea. I
What's
can see
next?
it being an A-okay idea. But by far, no. I don't see it being some sort of a worst case scenario for, without Tim Spencer and for them to really see what they can really start, you know, guys start working out. Have something that they really want to do to, test the element of surprise, test something that they want to do some without Tim Spencer in the helm. So, um, but if they're calling it Xbox Helix, I don't see them charging, a
Here I
less
am.
amount of money for them to pay for it. I don't see them once again that far. Depends what it's going to look like until the PS6 starts releasing in the next as far as I know, guys, till we get to the next 2 to 3 years from now. So, mm, I mean, I don't believe a lot of us are going to be out of anything without question, but we got to see how it's going to work out. Having
I
one
must
console at a
concentrate.
time. It's going to work out between with Microsoft and yes, guys, telling the difference on what happens. So yeah, that's going to wrap up in gaming news for today, guys, and that's going to wrap everything up for today too. So as soon as we get done with this battle, I'm going to I'm going to relax for a while today since I don't have to be back with Nick and Pete and nice people at Steve till later on today, guys. So yesterday, guys, Steve was good. I got a nice dollar tip for having somebody out with, bagging groceries, getting some good items, and
Bye for
you know,
now.
no bueno. Thank you for coming by, Mr. Lee. Guys, don't forget to check out
Back into
Mr.
the
Lee,
fray.
guys.
Too kind.
He's a nice guy too on the channel. All right, guys. So based on the schedule, because we're trying to close out this battle in just a minute, we just
Damn it
lost
all.
Ramza. That's okay. We can just get somebody else to maybe like do a bit of dirty work to, finish off at least,
It's over.
get some to close. But yeah,
I'll do what I
so
can.
guys, based on the schedule, I actually did receive my new seat schedule yesterday. So the days that I have, guys, I may as well get this out of the way. Um, so guys, I have today, guys, 2 to 7. I'm off tomorrow and Saturday. So Saturday is
Where
up in the
to?
air. If I actually wanna, maybe try to premiere and try to live stream, maybe
I
try to
ain't leaving
premiere
you here.
Killing Floor 3 on
I needed
Saturday.
that.
And I'm not
Where's
gonna
he
use
at,
another
waiting?
PSN card, guys. I'm not gonna use an opportunity to do that. I mean, if I do, it's not going to really affect that much or affect anything on it. Um, so if I'm hoping to do Killing Floor 3 on Saturday and get new episodes on that Saturday every week, we're gonna do some to supply it and get enough to do something to really, still capitalizing and, get back to reality if we can.
Yes?
I haven't started anything with Lego Horizon Adventure since that game was recently free for PS Plus. I think I want to see guys like a few months ago to start. So it
A
all
warm
depends
rumor.
what we
Anything else
actually
I've
want to
cooked? Will
do.
that be all?
And
Thanks.
then
Greetings.
Sunday, guys,
After
I've
all,
got
in
so
principle, that
based
be
on the
all.
schedule, I'm I'm gonna get this out of the way, guys. So I'm off tomorrow and Saturday after 2 to 7 today, and also from yesterday for this week. And then
Thought catch your eye.
I will be back. Then I'll be
You have
back at
taken
sea Sunday around 2 to 7, and the original time, and also guys the current time for Mondays. So Mondays are still going to be
you have taken
9 to 2.
will that
So
be all. Good choice.
and then then I'll have WoW for hopefully final. I mean, at least for now. If anything else changes on the schedules for the next upcoming weeks, if nothing else will change or anything. So I repeat, fellas, after today, I'm off tomorrow, Saturday, 2 to 7 Sunday, which I'm hoping I can start doing some with hopefully soon, and maybe do some guys. It's King and the Luckiest Man to hopefully shoot an episode of Hogwarts Legacy on Sunday.
May
So,
I help with all talk catch your eye?
and then we can
Well, I
do
don't...
something from there, and have enough to really concentrate on what we actually want to build on, and see what we want to do. I'm not saying if Hogwarts Legacy ain't done yet. I mean, we're still barely getting started with that game since I used the PSN card to make that process since, Hogwarts Legacy was actually on sale. So I still want to get something to develop for it. Which you guys understand I do. Out of my 4 priorities, I do want to have an opportunity to, get an episode going, get some to stretch forward with it, have enough common bond to get to it, and do something we can really do. Have enough to really, keep everything else up to date. And now the last time I haven't done Hogwarts Legacy, it's only been like I want to say almost 2 months, but I've just been relaxing, done a lot of resting, done some other things. I can keep my eyes open and take enough naps. So, but it all depends what one of my two loved roommates and what my two loved wants to do. So, as long as whatever comes first. I love them both for the last 17 years. So, and plus for her and I for 9. So, we'll see what happens. It's just I'm just not a lot of things going on by the time we hit spring. Since we're done with sealing till early June, and it's been a long time coming. All right, guys. So I'm hoping maybe Saturday I can, get on, hopefully get on, hopefully get on, hopefully get on my feet a bit. Hopefully maybe sort of premiere of Killing Floor 3 on Saturdays, and not to have a reminder or have a time capsule to get some to get into, and not be in a rush much, but we'll see what happens, and get some to relate. And then, guys, on Sunday, hopefully get back to Hogwarts Legacy. I'm dying to get back into that. So, all right, guys. Once guys, it's King and the Luckiest Man. If you guys want to catch some more Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, here on Thursdays, every week on the schedule. Keep everything else as an addition. Make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment. If you guys have any questions or concerns, type them in the chat, locate them in the chat, and guess guys in the live chat. That way your King and your Luckiest Man can answer, and I can see what's going on from there, and we can see if nothing else is going to be, out of the question, or looking to see what's going to be the plan, for the future. I mean, we never know what's going to happen, so as long as we know what we're doing, we want to see what's going to be up for grabs, just to really think about, talk about it in hand. And, we're going to see what's going on here and now. So, what they say, with everything else set in stone, and, looking to see what we can, try to do together. We got to bundle it up together, work together, and, socialize together. So, we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, support button, and comment, and do what we do. That is best. We want to, real quick, guys, we also want to keep everything in, under control, and enough to really not to live without anything. And also, guys, the most important thing and the most important rule is love, support, and respect is the key. See, also being creative. And yes, guys, knowledge is power. We're still at 641 mods here today, so that's pretty much rough. It's always good to really stay tough and stay in that position. So, but guys, we want to have enough to really gather. We want to have enough energy to provide too. And it's like, how are we supposed to alternate the energy system? That's the only thing. We got to figure that out one step at a time. But yeah, we are at 641 mods here today, guys, and our followers. My stuff's been good, even though my ass has only been live streaming every week. That does not mean I'm gonna be relaxing and not do streams on Saturday and Sundays. It's also I've been easily tired. That's all. That's all there is to it. Also, guys, yes, guys, knowledge is power. Also, guys, anytime we manage to find people and socialize with people, all we have to do, guys, all we need to do only is we follow and share it. And yes, guys, follow and share it on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And don't forget to check out my brother Beatles, guys. Head over to youtube.com/Beatles Eternally. I know he's going to be getting Out of the Park Baseball tomorrow. My ass might be able to get that too on Steam. But if you guys are looking to buy it on Steam tomorrow, not only the game will be releasing on Steam on its platforms. If you guys have a PC, if you guys got a tablet, you guys can also get the game 10% off. So, for purchases, for the game itself, guys, for Out of the Park Baseball 27, that's been going on for the last several years, you guys get a 10% off discount. So that's actually good to look into. It's something to think about while we're at it. So, I know Payoff Pits will be releasing in a couple weeks. As far as I know, I repeat, fellas, as far as I know, probably early April. So we'll have enough to really think about it. But let's only focus on. Here's the thing, guys. Let's just worry about Out of the Park Baseball 27 first. Let's worry about that firsthand. And then we'll get to the other stuff later. So we'll be fine, We'll be good to go and get back to reality, if you know what I'm saying. But I will get Out of the Park Baseball 27 for sure. If I get my request, like say one more Steam card, I repeat, guys, one more Steam card, 15 on Google, and 40 as a withdrawal, hopefully tomorrow, a few things will be out of the question. The other stuff will not be, out of the way as much, but we'll be good to go. We'll have enough to wind the reins and, enough to apply on. But no worries, guys. We're good to go. Alright, guys, I repeat, don't forget to check out my brother Beatles. I'm not sure what he's doing now on the channel. He's doing something with 1971 on XPC Baseball. And I also do want to point out Utah Mike. He's also doing Utah Mike. You guys can also follow not just my brother Beatles, aka Beatles Eternally. You guys can check out Sports Time Machine. Go to youtube.com/Sports Time Machine. He's actually doing the starts of Rod Guidry of the New York Yankees. So you guys can check him out. Get him back into live streaming the way my brother Beatles has been doing. So check him out. Check out ID Jester. And some other good followers. But alright, guys. That's all we need to do, guys. If you guys can help out the channel, that would be fantastic. I can help you guys on the channel. But WHWH is very important. I want watch hours, you guys want watch hours. And the only way we can do that is do what we can do on the channel as much as we can. To look forward, develop it, and have everything else going our way. And doing anything, guys, so far today. So, we just want to see how much we could really relate to it. Have new tools, have different ideas. Not to have anything going bad or terrible. But by the time, if I'm hoping to get Out of the Park Baseball 27, all bets are off. You guys can bet the rest. That'll be good enough to really reach out and get guys stand up and deliver. You guys understand it'll be good enough to send and deliver without any concerns. So why not, guys? Why not? We'll be good to go instantly. But yeah, don't forget to check out not only my brother Beatles Eternally on YouTube.com, but also check out Utah Mike. Good friend of mine. I've known him for a while. Alright guys, the most important thing to get our channels boost and level up with WAs and all the good things is we watch our videos in full, like and share the stream, guys. So we have our social media, our YouTube accounts, Facebook, and Twitter accounts, guys. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And yes, guys, our podcast services all around the globe. Like Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Most entirely. Alright, guys, as King and the Luckiest Man, that's going to wrap everything up for Thursday. I do want to thank you guys for joining me this morning. Thank you guys so much. If you guys can reach out to Utah, not just my baseball creators, with their channels and see how they're doing. You guys can check out Sahi Kitson. She's going to be live streaming this afternoon, followed by my brother Villains. You guys can reach them out for me. And we can see what we can recommend, have enough control, and have benefit of the doubts on them. So yeah, guys, Out of the Park Baseball 27, that game will be releasing tomorrow on Steam. I might buy it on Steam. I do want to do some with the early 2000s on my team replay, under me and my brother Beatles, so we'll be enjoying enough excitement. Let's watch out for that day, guys. You guys also get 10% off for the game too, once you make your purchase. So that's going to be excellent. It's going to be in good condition. Alright, guys, you guys have a good rest of your Thursday. So, maybe Saturday for Killing Floor 3, if I may suit a premiere. If not, there's a big if, guys. If not, I'll see you guys hopefully back here on Sunday. Same time, same channel. That way I can hopefully get back to Hogwarts Legacy episodes. Or Hogwarts episodes, if I can try. Depends how damn tired I am. You guys understand how we are, but we'll see what's going on, okay? No rush. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And until then, keep your eyes open. I've got Chief 2 to 7 today, guys, from yesterday. And then I'm off tomorrow and Saturday. I'll be playing plenty of Out of the Park Baseball 27. And also doing some with my 1923 Pirate season on Diamond Mine. And I'm almost done, and I'm trying to get back to Pearson Baseball too, which I have yet to start, guys, my 2007 Braves season. So we'll see. Guys, have a good rest for Thursday, guys. Sorry about that. Have a good rest for Thursday, guys. And also, if you guys here this morning, good morning, good afternoon, good night. And I will see you guys in the next one.